Flor de Canos that we've been waiting for since last year, so we are really excited. Hence the La Casa de Habana, the only one in England, so we get a week's window before any cigar vendor in UK gets it. So we've just had our shipment, and we're going to do a tasting. Myself and Nick is from here. Nick is here as well. So Nick and I are going to do a tasting of the first Flor de Cano shown in UK. I just want to show you a box of these. What hunters have done. They have managed to get in an SLB box, so it's a self-sliding lid, which is fantastic. And the actual logo they've got it exactly to the original. So you've got the actual green ink that we've obviously been waiting for, and Cuba have done an absolutely superb job. On the side, on the side, you've got the La Flor de Cano, Havana, Cuba. On the other side, you've got the short Robustos, and each box is numbered. This one is 315 to 1,200. Obviously, there's 1,200 boxes made. And underneath, we have obviously the box code. Now, these were originally supposed to be released in 2010, but because of the delay of the ink and the actual packaging, there was a huge delay in these, but well worth the wait. As you see on here is the MLO stamp on here, which is the Hero del Mocardo factory where all these were made, and the SP on that's where the original Flor de Cano, well, the Flor de Cano short churches were made. So the blend is supposed to be very, very similar to the original. The inside, as you'll see, the cedar that they've made has also got the actual green stamp on it with the Flor de Cano logo as well. And inside we have the actual notes, short Robustos, 50 ring gauge by 122 millimeters long, with 4-inch in length. So it's a 50 by 4 inch. And then obviously we have the approved Hunters and Franco's label in there. And then we have the Flor de Canos, double banded. The Flor de Cano is written in black ink. It's a cabinet of 25s. Which is beautiful. You can see how well all the tobacco is blended and placed. There aren't hardly any gaps in this particular box, but I'm sure all the box will be the same. So Nick and I are going to sample one each now and give you our tasting notes. We can't wait to get our hands on this. Absolutely excited, so excited that I'm shaking. Oh, been waiting this for a long time. So my usual process, I always tend to take a couple of cigars from the middle. The actual construction on this is absolutely superb. It's a both of them randomly picked, well firm cigar. It is a short Robustos. Obviously, the only other short Robustos made was for the Hoyo de Monterrey short Robustos, and as you will see, exactly the same size. But I'm glad to, well, we'll tell you in a minute. I'm sure they won't be the same blend. So this is the second time that the short Robustos has been made. So we are very excited. So let's get this going. We're going to try the first two Flor de Cano short Robustoses. As I said, I'm going to punch mine because I want to see what it's like punching a cigar. So we'll see, and Nick's going to guillotine cut his. So we'll try each other's out, and then we'll see what it's like. Here you go, Nick.
Thank you.
What do you think of the smell?
Wonderful smell, isn't it?
It's got this. It hasn't got this young tobacco smell.
No.
You know, it doesn't have that acrid ammonia smell to it either.
I was just saying to you, I think there's some hay in there for me.
Yeah, you've got that grassy smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to punch mine. Lovely cut. The pre-draw to the cigar. It's got lovely flavours to it.
Wow.
It doesn't have that new tobacco flavour. It doesn't have that roughness of the tobacco in it.
It tastes aged, doesn't it? Already.
You say that. Now don't forget, Hunters have been making this since last year. So the XP from Hunters is that these cigars were made a year ago.
Right.
So they've been sitting in the escaparate
For a year.
For a year.
Okay.
So
That would make sense.
This is going to see how the tobacco has matured over time.
Let's do it.
The pre-draw of the cigar was fantastic. Good draw. Good flavour. You don't get the acrid taste from pre-draw.
Wonderful aroma.
Fantastic aroma, isn't it?
Really has.
It's like a floral, very creamy aroma.
I was going to say floral. That's exactly what it's like. That's almost rose-like. Very smooth.
It is that rose floral, especially when you bring the smoke at your nose. You don't get that young tobacco taste in your nose where it makes you cry. Okay, you get water in your eye because it's still a young tobacco, but you don't get that ammonia taste.
No.
As a new young cigar, you know.
You can taste that year, can't you? It's incredibly round and incredibly smooth on the palate. I mean, you know, for the first few puffs, that's...
For a cigar that we just lit up.
We've waited a long time for that.
A long time. And this is like... For a cigar smoke, well, in a cigar trade, especially in the UK, we've been waiting for this cigar for quite a while. Hence the reproduction from the short Churchills, which were made in the late 1980s, early 1990s. Well, what we do, we'll carry on smoking this for the first, I would say the first third of the smoke.
Yeah, first inch or so.
Yeah, and then we'll come back to how it is, and we'll report back.
Yeah.
Wow, this tasting is so good that we have to put it in 2 sections. So we'll see you in a minute. Continue watching part 2.